Man, we've seen hype before. We've seen rookies come in with mixtapes, with promise, full of moves that make us say, yeah, he might be the next big thing in the NBA. But this isn't hype. It's a public service announcement.
Horford into Victor. He's ahead of the pack. He just puts it over there and makes it. And there is Victor Wembanyama. Oh, mama.
That's the scariest thing that we've ever seen.
From what we've seen in the last 2 weeks, Victor Wembanyama looks less like a rising star and more like someone already auditioning for the GOAT table. I mean, just have a look at this clip.
Clowney trying to go right back at KJ. Wembanyama right there. And then again.
The guy blocked 2 shots back-to-back, then casually took the ball down the court and drained a 3 like it was nothing. It's like he's one man doing the work of 5. But this story doesn't start here. It started 2 seasons ago, when the league first met Victor Wembanyama. Let's rewind to the 2023-2024 NBA season, because through just 3 games, from opening night in San Antonio to that showdown against New Orleans, Victor Wembanyama isn't just playing basketball, he's rewriting it. And it's not like he's sneaking up on anyone. Every scout, every analyst, everyone who said, I want to see how he handles the physicality, they all saw it. They saw a 7'4" worth of arms, wings, and French fury stepping onto the court and dropping 40 in his debut, grabbing 15 rebounds like it's pickup. Then 2 nights later, 31 points and 14 rebounds against the Pelicans. Another statement. That's 71 points and 29 boards before most rookies even find their lockers. And it's not just the numbers, it's how he did it. He's blocking shots at the rim, pulling up from deep like a guard, spinning off doubles, and finishing through contact like a vet. He's the guard, the wing, the big, the anchor, the problem, all in one. Usually guys build into dominance. They take their lumps, adjust, come back next year better. He skipped all of that. It's like he downloaded the patch before the season started. If this is how the story starts, imagine what Chapter 5 looks like. Because right now, we're not just watching a rookie. We're watching the evolution of basketball unfold in real time. And his name is Victor Wembanyama.
Lively denied emphatically by Wembanyama.
It's like playing against your dad in the driveway when you're 8 years old. What do you do?
Wemby 3. You bet! Plus the foul.
Now think about how rare that is. Shaq was unstoppable, but you always knew where he'd be. Right under the rim, bullying defenders into submission. Giannis dominates too, but he needs space to build up. Jokic breaks you mentally, but he's not switching onto point guards 30 feet from the basket. And then there's Wemby, the only player who does all 3 and still looks like he's nowhere near his final form. When you watch him, it's like basketball physics just stopped working. There's no reason a 7'4" human should be crossing over guards, stepping back from 26 feet, then sprinting down the floor to block the very player he just crossed. But he makes video game physics look real. And what gets me the most is the calm. He's not doing this with ego. No chest pounding, no screaming at the camera, no I'm him moments. He just lets his game speak. Greg Popovich, the same coach who built legends like Tim Duncan, didn't need to tell him much. Wemby already moves like someone who's been here for years. Every shot, every contest, every block, it all looks intentional. You don't see chaos, you see mastery. And that's when you start realizing how dangerous this kid is. Because this isn't an athlete relying on adrenaline. This is skill, structure, and IQ wrapped inside a cheat code body. Now let's talk numbers, because man, they didn't lie. In his first 3 games, Wemby was putting up around 33 points, 13 rebounds, and 6 blocks a night, while shooting nearly 57% from the field. That wasn't just a good start, that was a welcome to my league statement. No warm-up, no easing in, just straight domination from day 1.
Wembanyama working Davis, spinning, taking, hitting, plus the foul.
And he can throw it as high as he wants.
And what made it even crazier was how he did it. 7'4", 235 pounds, with arms that could probably hug half the court, yet he moved like a guard. He could cross you up, hit a jumper, then turn around and send your shot into the crowd on the next play. He was everywhere, protecting, switching, pulling up, hammering dunks. That mix of size and skill, you couldn't game plan for that. You just prayed he'd miss. In his first game, when Wemby dropped 40 points, the headlines went crazy. Franchise record for most points in a season opener. That wasn't just a good start, it was record-breaking. And from that night, everything around him changed. People stopped saying he might be special and started saying he already is. Now, think about where his team is right now. The San Antonio Spurs have been rebuilding for a while, trying to find their next superstar after the Duncan and Parker era. And suddenly, Wemby walks in, and it feels like he's the answer. He's not just another rookie. He's the foundation, the face, the start of something new. And the rest of the league knows it too, because this doesn't feel like the Spurs trying to come back. It feels like they already have. But beyond the numbers and the headlines, there's something deeper about Wemby that stands out. Something you can't really measure. You can feel it when he plays. The confidence, the calm, the way the game seems to bend around him. It reminds you of when LeBron first came in, that perfect mix of hype and proof. The difference is, Wemby's doing it with more reach, more defense, more ways to dominate. He's not just fitting into the league, he's bending it around him. And here's the thing, the league will adjust. Teams will bump him, double him, try to make him uncomfortable. But every time they do, he just figures it out. He moves smarter, shoots cleaner, finds better spots. That's not luck. That's growth happening in real time. Even in that first game, 15 for 21, 15 boards. You could see it. It wasn't chaos. It was control. Efficiency with a grin. He blocks a shot and smirks. He hits a jumper and jogs back like it's nothing. He's not trying to dominate the moment. He's just living in it. And that's the scary part, because most rookies are trying to prove they belong. Wemby already plays like he knows the league belongs to him. What's wild is, the more you watch him, the more you realize it's not talent that keeps him ahead. It's the work behind it, the grind you don't see, the hours in the gym, the recovery, the studying, all the stuff that doesn't make the highlight reels. He came into the league as the guy, the #1 pick, all the hype, all the pressure, and somehow, he's already living up to it. You can tell he's obsessed with improving. The footwork's sharper, the range is growing, the defense keeps getting smarter. That kind of maturity at his age, you don't see that often. Now imagine being his opponent. You're gearing up for a 7'4" big guy, expecting post-ups and layups, and suddenly he's hitting jumpers, blocking drives, switching onto guards, and draining threes like it's nothing. That's not just talent, that's pure hard work. And because of that, you can't help but think about what comes next. Yeah, it's early, but if Wemby keeps this pace, stays consistent, stays healthy, keeps leading, he could redefine what it even means to be a big. We're not talking about paint dwellers anymore. We're talking about paint owners who can shoot, handle, defend, and dominate every inch of the floor. The game's changing, and Wemby looks like the blueprint. The team behind him matters too. He's got young teammates, coaches willing to adapt, the front office ready to build around him. When you've got a guy putting up over 100 points in his first 3 games, grabbing 40+ boards, and blocking shots like it's a daily routine, all while the team's built to support him, that's not just a hot start. That's the foundation of something real. And that's what makes this story different. Sure, other rookies have had big nights early in their careers, but not like this. Not 3 straight statement games, all flirting with records. Wemby did it. In Game 3 against the Nets, he dropped 31 points, grabbed 14 boards, and led the Spurs to a 118-107 win. That's the night it clicked. He wasn't just part of the story anymore, he was the story. At this point, the story isn't just, he's good. It's, he's changing the game. Because now, every big man in the league, the ones who've been dominating for years, they're looking at Wemby and realizing the bar just moved. You can't just be tall anymore. You've got to be skilled, mobile, creative. He's forcing an evolution in real time. And it's not just about basketball. It's everything around it. The attention, the market, the fans. Wemby isn't just a player. He's a global brand in motion. He's French. He's unique. He's got that international flair that makes the NBA feel even bigger. Every dunk, every block, every deep three, it's built for highlight reels. You don't even have to be a basketball fan to watch him and go, wow, he's a good player. By now, it's not even about hype. It's about history. Wemby isn't just collecting stats. He's rewriting what a rookie can do. The man became the first player in NBA history to drop over 100 points, 40 rebounds, and 15 blocks in his first 3 games. And that was just the beginning. Since then, he's been stacking records like it's nothing. The youngest player ever to record a 5x5, That's at least 5 points, 5 boards, 5 assists, 5 steals, and 5 blocks in one game. The first rookie ever to finish a season with at least 1,500 points, 250 assists, and 250 blocks. And get this, the first player since Shaq to average over 20 points and 10 rebounds before turning 21. That's not a lucky stretch. That's generational talent doing generational things. And he's not just putting up numbers for himself, he's doing it for San Antonio. The Spurs have had their eras, Duncan and Robinson owning the paint, Popovich building dynasties. Wemby feels like the start of the next one, only this time, it's different. This time, the big man can hit threes, guard the perimeter, and still dominate the rim.
And now, after seeing how he started this season, it's not a stretch to say that Victor Wembanyama might end up being one of the greatest players in basketball history. What do you guys think about him? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, and if you want to hear the wild story about the time Dennis Rodman kicked a cameraman, click the video on your screen.